Hello, everybody. This really topic is really short and simple. I was going to talk about, I heard about this actually. There was a man that supposedly dressed as a woman, uh, believes that I guess he's a woman, who just won Miss Netherlands. This is crazy, right? This is a man dressed as a woman, is transgender, I guess as they call it, who believes that he's a woman now. God forbid. And now he just won Miss Netherlands. And now this same man that's won Miss Netherlands is up to go to Miss Universe pageant. What in the world is going on in society today, man? In the Western world, where we allowing these women, we allowing these men, we allowing people just to dress whatever they want to be able to dress and act fools. You can claim whatever you want to be, and you are what you imagine. This is something when I was a child. I used to watch these little Mickey Mouse movies. What was it called? It looked like a Superman. Yeah, that was way before my time, but they used to show that cartoons a little bit when I was a child. And I was watching, other Superman movies and Batman and stuff, etc. And I watched and admire and imagine myself in their shoes, being Superman or Batman, But I didn't imagine myself actually ever being Superman or Batman. This was just imaginative. You had fun, you play, you know, but you never really. I never thought it would come a time where you can actually imagine yourself being something, and like that, and actually you become. That's the problem. Ricky Valerie Cole, as he calls himself, and I'm gonna say he, because that is a man. That's not a woman. That's a man in a dress who believes that he is a woman. I just did something terrible. And women are to blame for this. They, in Netherlands, are allowing a man to beat them in a beauty pageant. Beauty pageant is one of those avenues where it shows the standard of beauty within that particular country. So if a man can beat them, what does that say about the standard of beauty of their women? Think about it. What does that say about the standard of beauty in their country? So their women qualities are not even standard of beauty anymore. Natural women. You see how ridiculous they are? What is going on with Western women? I'm talking about Western liberal women, where common sense is not kicking anymore. And they feel like you can be whatever you want to be. That's the problem. Gender is not exclusive anymore. Gender itself, basically, they're saying you can be any gender. It's not even non-binary, basically. Either neither a 0 or a 1. So what is it? Even in computer science, you learn binary. Binary is consists of 0 and 1. When you learn biology 101, what do you learn? Chromosomes. Everybody has chromosomes. You have to be there XX or XY. XX, which is female, XY, which is male. So now what we'll do, we're going to get rid of the whole entire biology. We're going to get rid of the whole entire, education system completely just to please a few minorities. How can they allow Mr. Ricky Valerie Cole, who calls himself a woman, to be able to win their pageantry? So now that dude is going to go and compete against real biological women at the Miss Universe pageant. Just imagine if actually that dude ends up winning Miss Universe. God forbid, what does that say about the standard of beauty? That says that Western women are no longer beautiful. That the standard of beauty is a man in a dress. And this is what they're trying to do. The problem with some women, they don't understand that they're being targeted. They are open themselves, call themselves liberals, supportive of that, but they don't realize that they're actually being targeted. They are being erased. See, they don't understand that the generations before them, the women that fought for rights, they didn't fight for this sick stuff. They fought for real rights. They fought for real rights for women. And these women that are supporting this idea are the ones that are actually destroying the very foundation, the idea of what is a woman itself. They're destroying some hope and opportunities from some little girl today that's growing up somewhere that believes that maybe that's her aspiration, to be in the Miss whatever pageant. And now you're destroying that idea because you're allowing some little kid, some boy, who imagine himself being there one day. You're basically trying to side and say that, well, that boy can actually be in that situation. You can be there. So now you're basically denying that little girl when the pageant was built for girls and putting him in that place instead. How do we equalize this? By destroying little girls' dreams. How can we as a society even face that? This is the problem with Western society. We are allowing this type of mentality, and it needs to stop. Now, I don't believe that people should be sending threats to Mr. Ricky. No. Mr. Ricky Valley Cole. No, of course not. Because that's a human being at the end of the day. We have to respect that as a human being. But the very ideal that that man carries, believes that he's a woman, completely should be shut down. If they want to create their own Miss whatever, Tranny, whatever beauty standard, create their own competition for them. They can compete among each other. But why do we have to go into women competition to completely destroy women competition? And then when they do that, they're going to basically change it and say this is the standard of women. This is what they've been trying to do in the Western countries for a long time. And I'm glad the Eastern countries are not allowing this, are fighting back. They're like, you're going to start this effery in your country? Fine. We don't want it in our country. They're not playing that. Stand up and try to do that in Africa, they will shut you down quick. You do that in Asia, they don't play that. They will shut you down quick. You do that in Russia, among Eastern European countries, they will shut you down quick. You go and do this in the Middle East, they will shut you down quick. Because they don't play this kind of stuff. Only in Western mindset. This is one of those signs that I see as the coming destruction of the Western society. The Romans, the Greeks, they had their chance. They had their time. When they allowed this kind of effery to happen, they were destroyed because of that. I remember in any religion whatsoever, but whether if you look at even in Islam and Christianity or Judaism, because they both believe in the story of Lot. There are slight minor differences between the stories, though, which I respect that. But they all believe that, Lot's people were destroyed because of sodomy, because of ungodliness that they created in society. And what happened since then? Roman society, Greek society, every single society that started these ungodliness completely destroyed. They're under the sand today, where archaeologists are studying them, their bone density and all this other stuff. Why? Because they allow their society to be corrupted by this type of stuff. And the Western countries are doing the same thing. And we need to stop. And the time that we stop and think, use common sense. Anyway, like, subscribe, and comment, and tell me what you think. Later.